Yes, guys, another episode of Beyond Daily. This is going to be a long one, so I hope you enjoy this episode. If you do enjoy it, please do support the channel by dropping a like, drop a comment, let me know what was your favourite part of this episode, and also drop a subscribe. Guys, we're going to start with Yemi, and look, this picture on the left is 1 week out from his Olympia qualification in 2024, and on the right is right now. Look at the shape, look at the waist. This guy is getting better and better and better. And don't forget, before the Olympia, we get to look forward to seeing him take the stage in Germany. He is my one to watch at the Germany show. The shape, the structure, I can't wait to see what he brings. Now let's start with the UK prospects and this guy here, Richie O'Donnell. Now he's set to compete in October. Now, guys, I competed against him in my first ever show in Leamington Spa 2013. I believe that was his first show as well, 12 years ago. And look, Richie, he's got trademark condition. He has that trademark condition to be a threat. He's come close in previous years. Maybe this is going to be the year where he gets his pro card. Now, Jay, I featured him the other day, a few days ago, coached by Callum Pro Coach. Now look, Jay, my God, the transformation he's made over the years is ridiculous. Look at the condition, look at the density. He has got his NPC qualifier coming up, I believe, this weekend. Once again, I said it the other week, he is my one to watch. Next up, we got Simon all the way from Ireland. I've never talked about him in the past, but I'm going to talk about him now. He's 4.5 weeks out from his show. He's from Ireland. He's coached by Tom Hames, who is no stranger in getting people to turning IFBB pro. So once again, can't wait to see what he does. Next guy I want to talk about is Elliot Robinson. Spoke about him the other day, and once again, the condition is already on point. He's not confirmed which shows he's going to be doing this year. So you would imagine it's going to include an NPC show and some pro qualifiers. So what are your thoughts? Have you followed Elliot Robinson? If you haven't, do check him out. Brilliant poser. He's done the job at other federations. Can he do the job with the NPC? Next up is Cris, and I'll tell you what, this guy gets peeled when he's on ready for show day. Now, these pictures are from July, I believe, so we haven't got anything current, but he has cleaned up all the amateur shows he's done. He's got pro status in other federations. Now the goal is to get the IFBB pro card in the NPC, and I believe that he could be a strong contender. He's a fantastic poser, and when he gets in condition, he's absolutely peeled. Another one I want to talk about is Ari. He's dropped another update. This guy, some of the best shape and symmetry and structure that I've seen in the amateur ranks. He's not competed yet this season. We expect to see him on stage later on in the year. This is another person who could be a serious threat for the IFB Pro card in any pro qualifier that he competes in. Next up is Josh Blue. Now, he's already confirmed which show he will be doing next, and he's going all the way to Vegas to do the amateur show in the Olympia. He'll be doing the open class. So I'm super excited to see what he does here. He's got the condition. Let's see what he does next. This picture tells you everything you need to know about him. You can see the condition in his quads, the core, everything. He probably will be the most conditioned man on stage on that amateur Olympia stage. Next up is 22-year-old Cuba from Ireland. I only got dropped these pictures earlier today. I couldn't believe this kid is only 22 years old, but he's got some shows coming up later on this season. He's definitely one just to keep an eye out for, especially for only being 22. Seems to have very good structure and shape. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens over the next few years. Yes, he could do some more muscle in certain areas, but definitely another one to watch. And last but not least, because I get very few female updates, and this one is Anya. Anya, I believe I featured her recently, and she's back on stage later on this year as well. Came so close for a pro card in 2024, in 2023, in 2022. My God, if there's anybody who deserves her IFB pro card, it is this one here. Okay, let's talk about Derek Lunsford. He dropped this update. We are only 6.5 weeks out from the Olympia. And this man's on a mission. He's on a fucking mission to get that third big title of the season. He's got the Arnolds, he's got the Pittsburgh title, and now it's time for history. He is the 2023 Mr. Olympia. Will he be the 2025 Mr. Olympia? He's already beaten Samson Dowder already. But clearly, there's a lot of people who think he will not be the winner. There's a lot of people that think he won't even be in the top 3. I'm so surprised when I look back at all the comments for the post I did yesterday of this Derek Lunsford update, that people just seem to feel, no, we are not supporting this man. Why? Why is there so much negative comments around Derek? Let me know what you think about him. If Lauralie comes in at 100%, can anyone beat her?
No, nobody can beat her. I know exactly. I've been there so many times, and I think she just has everything. If she's off, then yes. But if she's on, like she's been, like for her last few shows.
This was from a recent interview we did with Angelica, which you can find on the most recent episode of Bikini Insider, episode 30. Look back on the videos on this channel. She said that she believes that nobody can beat Lauralie if she is on her A game, if she is perfect, if she is on point. I do tend to agree with her. It will be so difficult to beat the reigning champion who's had a full year off to focus on this show. She didn't do the Arnold for her own reasons, but maybe that was a blessing, because now we get to see 100% fresh Lauralie going into the Olympia, and she's got some big competition. Let's not forget, Ashley Colwasser has also minimized the number of shows she's doing this year to focus on the Olympia, because she's got 3 titles to her name. It's been a decade since she's been the Miss Olympia champion. What do you think, guys? Do you think if Lauralie brings her absolute best, she's 100% on point, that she will be crowned the 2025 Bikini champion? Let me know in the comments below.
Maureen is more towards that than they look for the Bikini Olympiad, honestly. I think fit model be very I love fit model. I just put it here, it's becoming one of my favorites, because it just brings back the look that I love. For me, Maureen could go backwards and just try fit model next year. I think she'd just kill it in that division.
Guys, if you've not seen the latest episode of Bikini Insider, I recommend you do check it out. Angelica was our special guest. In this segment, we spoke about Maureen, the 2022 Olympia Bikini champion. And we also spoke at the fact that we believe that she will be a top 3 contender at this year's show. But also, we spoke about the fit model division and the evolution of where we feel the fit model look could potentially end up. And with the bikini look coming more focused around condition, maybe the fit model look might be the look that we're looking at right now, and that's Maureen from Pittsburgh. That is what Angelica just mentioned there, that she feels that that Maureen would absolutely kill it in the fit model division should the look ever evolve into this look right here. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Let's also talk about Logan Franklin, who dropped this update. I'm going to show you a few different angles, because we got Logan Franklin taking the stage in a week and a half time. Pretty much the only class physique pro who we are waiting to qualify for the Olympia, who we feel will be a threat for the title. So what are your thoughts, guys, when you see Logan Franklin? We expect to see the best ever, and is he a threat to Mike Summerfield and Terence Ruffin? One person who's definitely a threat to a title and currently living his best life is Ramon Dino, who was at one of the very famous MCs in Brazil. It was a part that he was throwing, and we can see here that Ramon Dino is throwing some poses in front of the crowd who were here at the party. But I love this. I love seeing stuff like this, where we see the guys, the top pros, outside of their normal zone in the gym, where we see plenty of content of them pick up the weights or on stage. It's always cool to see something a little bit different. And we know Ramon Dino is a box office name in the fitness world within Brazil, but also very much cross over into the mainstream within the Brazil celebrity status. Wherever he goes, there are crowds that follow this guy. This guy is the sebum of Brazil, and just imagine if he wins the Olympia title. My God, Brazil would explode.
He said, Tarek, I was 90%. I wasn't 100%.
Why was he 90%? Who told him to be 90%?
He said
he knew the show is in October, right? He knew the date up front, like a whole year up front. Why did he came 90%?
Apparently
why the complaining afterwards? I was 83 and 90. He said 93. I don't even know how he measured that 93. Why not 94 or 92?
Guys, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to break down some of my favourite parts of the most recent interview between Ali Bilal and Olympia TV, which featured host Tarek and Men's Physique radio host Alex Toplin and Hart McGrath. Now, in this segment, look, Ali spoke about the fact that how did Ryan know he was at 99%? Did he not know the show was taking place in October? Now, look, I get what he's saying. Like, how do people work out whether they are 90, 95%? I believe that with Ryan knowing his physique inside out, he's competed for so many years, over a decade, nearly 15 years, that he knows what percentage his physique is at. However, I will say that, you know what, Ali Bilal, the lines he dropped in this interview was incredible. I love his personality. I love his character. He's building so much hype for the Men's Physique showdown of Ryan Terry, Olympia 2024 champion, versus Ali Bilal, the Arnold champion.
You can say if this, if that, if this, but look, he beat me, and I have a lot of respect for Ryan because he's the only guy who beat me. Everyone under that shouldn't say anything, at least this year, unless they beat me, okay? So Ryan is the only guy that I respect because he beat me. Until 6 more weeks, I'm going to beat him.
You hear that? In 6 more weeks, Ali is saying that the guy he respects the most is Ryan Terry, because he's the only guy that has beaten him, that it will change come Olympia 2025. And you know what? I'm so looking forward to seeing this rematch. We can see the difference when it comes to the back, but we know Ali Bilal has improved his back, and that could be a defining moment at this year's Olympia. But the question is, has Ali done enough to change his back, to improve his back, to hang with a 2024 Olympia champion in Ryan Terry? What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know about what you think. Do you think Ali Bilal has done enough to improve his back to handle Ryan?
I don't think I believe, I believe I'm going to beat him. I believe it truly, people are going to disagree with me and until the 12th of October, but then they're going to find out. But I'm going to win it. I mean it, I have never in my life had a better feeling.
Guys, don't mistake arrogance for confidence. Ali Bilal truly believes it in his heart that he will be the Olympia 2025 champion. And you know what? It's hard to deny someone that confident when they've already taken a major title at the Arnold. He's beaten one of the previous Olympia champion in Aaron Banks. I don't believe he's arrogant. I believe he's fully confident in his ability, and what he's doing right now is part mind games, but also part driving the hype for this epic show.
What did Ryan do? He won 2 shows. Okay, the best thing we can say about Ryan, he's a family man. We are all family people, right? We're not... I have a family. I take care of my whole family, my whole village. I take care of 100 homes back home. So I'm family man pro max. But that's not like the title you can give someone. Oh, he's our champion, but he's a family man. That's the best thing we can say about him. What has he done for the division in the last 2 years? Nothing.
This is definitely the more interesting part, and I'm really keen to hear your thoughts here. Ali Bilal believing that Ryan Terry has not done enough over the past 2 years to promote the division, to push the division and take it further. But what are your thoughts? Because we've always seen Ali Bilal have really had to try and break the boundaries this year, where he even challenged Arnold to improve the prize money at the Arnold, speaking on behalf of the men's physique division. And we've seen how global he is, taking a new contract all the way in Indonesia. But let's not forget, Ryan has done so much for the division over such a long period, all the way since 2013, 2014, where he broke into the pro ranks within the IFBB, the magazine deals, the connections with Gymshark, having a British finals show named after him, his own gym. He's travelled the world over a number of years. But of course, what Ali Bilal was talking about is for the last couple of years. So do you believe that Ryan has done less for the division over the last 2 years than the previous 13 years that he's been operating at the top of his game?
When you know, I won the Honor Classic. People say I said it because of the prize money or this or that. I don't care about the prize money. I give my money, half of my salary go to charity, Tarek. All my prize monies goes to charity every time. I don't care. Even the Olympia money, I give it to charity. So I didn't say that thing about the prize money, but I said it for the division, not for myself. I don't need that money.
If you watch the full episode on Olympia TV, you'll really get a good idea of the type of person that Ali Bilal is outside of bodybuilding, how important his heritage is, his history, where he was raised, where he was born. You really get an understanding of how much he wants to give back to that community, how important he takes his role as an Afghanistan sportsman, Afghanistan role model, how important that role plays on him to ensure that he gives back.
What are you going to do different that the current champion or the previous champions haven't done?
I'm going to represent the division like everywhere in the world. Everywhere, you know, like it's gonna become bigger than, you know. First of all, it will attract millions of kids because it will give hope to people that you can be anybody and win the Olympia. You don't have to be British or you don't have to be American. That's the last two champions that we had from the whole. We didn't have anyone from outside.
I do believe Ali Bilal is right here. When you look at people like Big Ramy and Hardy Chupan who've won the Olympia title, because they spoke English, they've not been able to take the title around the world. Something that Samson Dowda is doing at the moment. But Ali Bilal speaks many languages, and you'd imagine that if he was the men's physique Olympia champion, that would break a whole new audience, and maybe he could take the role of men's physique Olympia ambassador to a whole new level.
People saying like, hey, he's a shit talker now. Like, are you nervous that's going to ruin your reputation even before you get to the top?
No, you're only a shit talker when you very bad at something, you know. And everyone who say I'm shit talker, if they're better than me, they can say whatever they want to say. But you know, I'm top 2 in the world. I can say whatever I want to say.
This guy doesn't give a shit, does he? He doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks about, because he's focused on number one. He's focused on winning the men's physique Olympia 2025 title. He is so fired up. He is so fired up, and this battle between him and Ryan Terry, I believe, is going to be absolutely legendary. Now, guys, as always, please do check out some of the videos we've posted. We've got loads of interviews coming up from Terence Ruffin. We've got Ashley Little. We've got so many interviews coming out this week. So please drop a like, drop a comment, and drop a subscribe. As always, your support is very much appreciated.